Hey guys, it's me, Joey T. I thought about doing something special for this Christmas. I know you guys are probably expecting the new Cartoon Palooza review to come out, but due to the holidays, that was a little sidetracked. However, I thought about doing something special. My first Cartoon Palooza review was released on Christmas Day, so that video had some issues. Some things I'm not too proud of. The rendering was off, the audio was off. And rather than do an HD upload, I thought about giving it just a special edition treatment. I re-recorded some of the audio to even include some new criticisms, fixed up some of the footage, and overall I think this is going to be a better looking experience. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the remastered special edition review of Shark Tale. Hi, I'm Joey Tedesco, and you're watching the Cartoon Palooza. On today's episode, I had to watch an animated film with talking fish that go on extraordinary adventures. Now, if you thought I was watching Finding Nemo, then think again. You see, our movie takes that concept and beats it to a lifeless pulp. That's right, it's the infamous DreamWorks knockoff of Finding Nemo, Shark Tale. The movie takes place on a reef that's modeled closely to New York City, populated by nothing but fish puns on pop culture, advertising, and celebrity gossip. This will give you an insight on what to expect for an hour and a half. If this annoys you as much annoys me, expect this to be a really long Super Bowl commercial. Our main character is Oscar, as voiced by Will Smith. He's a down-on-his-luck fish who wants to make it big. He works at a whale wash, his best friend's rainbow fish, and he owes his boss Sykes money, who's voiced by Martin Scorsese. You heard that right. Martin Scorsese, Academy Award filmmaker. You think I'm joking? It says it on the box. You gotta ask yourself, why is he gonna be doing this? This guy wins an Academy Award. I mean, the only suggestion I got is that Spielberg produced this movie, and this guy runs the DGA, so chances are he probably had him do a favor in getting that Oscar. I'm telling you, I'm smelling something fishy, and it ain't this movie.
Would you double check the envelope?
While this is going on, you got another plot in the movie where the reef is run by the sharks. They're kind of like the mafiosa of the sea. On the release of this film, there have been a lot of complaints from Italian-American communities that the characters the sharks are playing are negative stereotypes against their ethnicity. Now, being an Italian-American myself, I thought otherwise. I mean, it's not like they got Brooklyn accents.
About this, that, the other, then how you doing? Boom, forget about it, you're dead.
It's not like they're dumb.
How you doing? Let me have a pie with everything on it. Anchovies, meatballs, mushrooms.
Luca!
Oh, hi, boss. What are you doing working in a pizza joint?
Get off the phone!
Or hot-tempered.
That's it. That's it. You are out.
Okay. Well, at least their names don't end in common vowels Italians have, so that they don't seem as being Italians and just regular people.
Oh, my own.
Ay vey.
The lead is voiced by Robert De Niro, which means one and only thing. If you were looking for the next big Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro team-up, this is it. The animated talking fish movie. And I totally think the main demographic of this film is totally gonna be on board with the fact that these guys were on mean streets. De Niro wants his sons to take control of the reef, you know, family business. However, his son Lenny, as voiced by Jack Black, is as threatening as Jabberjaw. Because Sykes reminds the boss that his son's kind of a loser, this causes Lino to get mad and forces him to pay tribute. And by Sykes paying tribute, he goes to Oscar, because guess what? Our hero of the movie is always ripping off his boss into getting involved in get-rich schemes. Now ain't this the perfect role model for DreamWorks?
Moron.
Oscar's best friend, Rainbow Fish, gives him her most prized possession, outside of the fact that he's kind of a jerk. So Oscar has to go to a racetrack where he's got to hand the money to Sykes, where nothing could go wrong. I mean, it's not like he's gonna gamble the money away.
5,000 on lucky day to win.
You're an idiot, Oscar. Seriously, why is Oscar the hero of the movie? He takes money from other people for self-gain and doesn't repay them back. That's like the worst quality to have. He's a freeloading son of a gun. If this weren't a kid's film, I'd have you tied up and tortured by the jellyfish. Dude! You don't need to be literal about it. The movie's got a PG rating here. While Oscar's getting his tail handed to him, Lenny and his brother are swimming around, and his more savage brother wants him to attack the fish.
Frankie, I can do this. What if I can't do this?
Then don't bother coming home.
Oh, by the way, Frankie the Shark is voiced by Michael Imperioli, who you might recognize from The Sopranos. Oh, and guess what? That was another show Italian Americans bashed for having negative stereotypes.
Lenny don't kill the fish. Michael Imperioli gets mad, he chases Oscar, and then this happens.
Frankie!
You scratched my ankle!
Frankie, no. No!
You know, for a kid's film with cute little talking fish, there seems to be a lot of pain, cynicism, torturing, and even death in this movie.
We get a character that we get accustomed to, we know a little bit about his character, and he gets killed off barely into the second act of the movie. I bet you this is how the kids reacted to this scene. I also want to note that this ain't the first time Michael Imperioli was killed off on screen in a movie where Martin Scorsese and De Niro were attached. All I'm saying is, it makes you wonder if Pesci were driving that boat, cause nobody got a good glimpse of what actually killed Michael Imperioli's character. Oscar takes this to town and claims that he killed him. Now everybody thinks that he's this massive shark killer. It gives him fame, it gives him fortune, and it gives him some tail that looks like Jessica Rabbit crossed with a beta fish. Kinda disgusting, as played by Angelina Jolie.
So an everyman, somewhat like a con man, convinces everybody that he's as powerful as God when he's actually lying so that he can get himself into fame and fortune. That sounds everything like Road to El Dorado, another DreamWorks film. You know, it's one thing to rip off Finding Nemo, but your own movies? That's entering an all-time low.
Because De Niro thinks the other son was killed, Lenny uses this as a way to escape the gangster lifestyle. He finds out what Oscar did, and they both work together to keep this ploy alive. Now, imagine a movie that's already destroying a Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro team up. How about Tenacious D and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
So once Oscar and Lenny team up, or if you've seen Road to El Dorado, you could pretty much put the pieces and figure out where the movie's gonna go after there. And I'm not gonna go into that territory. So my final consensus... yeah, this movie should be sleeping with the fishes.
This movie is a frustrating experience. Not only on the Italian-American stereotypes, but every stereotype that you can think of. It literally just throws in everything. It really sucks because there was effort put into this. They put in a lot of time into a lot of these jokes. But unfortunately, they're just throwing jokes left and right to the point where it's just stupid comedy. And you could do stupid comedy for a much cheaper price. Look at Zucker Abrams. They spent a whole career making stupid comedies with half the budget of this film. You got an extremely unlikable main character who barely gets his turnaround during the movie, and all you're doing is hating this character, despite the fact that he's voiced by one of the most charismatic actors in Hollywood. But the biggest problem this movie's got are the visuals. Oh my god, this movie's bad to look at. Finding Nemo did something right, which was not put human characteristics or too many human characteristics into their fish. They kind of just make them look like fish. Seeing human characteristics like this on computer animated characters is just downright creepy. It's uncanny valley levels of creepiness. And you can tell there isn't a lot of motion in the faces. It's almost like armature and latex, which is an insult because there's armature and latex that has more life than this.
So if you had to ask me if you'd want to choose Finding Nemo over this, I'd stick with Nemo and take Frankie's advice.
Forget about it.
You said it, you dumb stereotype. Forget about it. You know, that's gonna be my rating for this movie.